Hey, I'm Justin.
And it's Esmee here. I went from singing my favorite cover songs in the bedroom to going to see his concert and actually meeting him.
Cause I could be your dealer. I can be your only friend when you need her.
Next thing she knows, she's performing in front of Justin Timberlake, being signed to his label, and now she has her own album. Crazy, but true.
Just admit it, I know you want it. Why you over there? What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around. What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around.
Hello?
It's Justin.
Hey celebrities, it's your boy Vitaly and welcome back to vitalyspace. On this channel we're desperately trying to bring back the 2007, so you better join if you're new. In today's video I want to talk about the subject that I find so freaking fascinating, the case of Esmée Denters. Let's be honest, Justin Timberlake is notorious for being problematic towards women, and today is no exception. Esmée Denters is probably one of the luckiest girls in the world and the definition of the Hollywood fantasy. Growing up in Holland, she loved singing so much that in 2006 she started posting cover videos on YouTube. Yes, sounds familiar. Eventually, she started blowing up like crazy, and her talent caught the eye of none other than Justin Timberlake. He flew her over to the United States and signed her almost immediately. Everything was seemingly going great for an upcoming pop sensation. But after releasing her debut album with Justin Timberlake, she completely disappeared from the public eye. So, whatever happened to Esmée Denters? We have a lot to talk about today, but before we get started, let me explain something. If you're having a little flashback moment, yes, I made a video on this subject already, maybe like 2 years ago, but that video was horrible and I barely spoke English. So today I decided to make a little Vitaly's version of it. And fun fact, Esmee actually reached out to me after that first video, and today I'm gonna show you what she had to say a little bit later. But anyways, with that being said, don't forget to subscribe to vitalyspace, cause I'm trying to reach 70,000 subscribers before New Year's, and don't forget that I have my personal channel, Vitaly for the record. Okay, buckle up legend, you're definitely not ready for this one, only on vitalyspace.
Get me out of here, 'cause my eyes are burning from these silly tales.
As always, I suggest to start from the very beginning, how it all started. Esmée Denters made her YouTube channel in August of 2006. It wasn't long until she started posting covers of other artists' songs, such as Aaliyah, Christina Aguilera, Natasha Bedingfield, and of course, her legendary cover on JT's What Goes Around Comes Around.
Is this the way it's really going down? Is this how we say goodbye, babe? I should have known better when you came around, that you were gonna make me cry.
She was working as a waitress in a pancake place when her covers started getting millions of views on YouTube. As a matter of fact, she was one of the first YouTube stars back in the day. This is so mind-blowing. I mean, just take a look at her numbers. The girl was killing it. By mid-2008, she became one of the first music artists to reach 100 million views on YouTube. At the time, that was more than 50 Cent's and even Michael Jackson's YouTube channels, who had 91 and 74 million views respectively. Soon after, in 2007, Justin Timberlake noticed her videos, and let me tell you, he immediately fell in love with her talent and invited her over to the United States to his Chicago concert. When they met backstage, they got along pretty quickly.
I guess somebody had told Justin about this girl on YouTube that was singing all these covers. He decided to invite me over to one of his concerts. I was so excited. I got to meet him backstage. There was a piano there, so I played Prince, How Come You Don't Call Me? And so I guess he liked it because about a month later I was signed.
Justin's new label, 10-Man Records, was announced in a press release in May of 2007, and Esmée Denters was the first ever artist to be signed to 10-Man Records.
We just did a deal with Interscope with Jimmy Iovine, and I just signed my first talent. She's from the Netherlands. Her name is Esmee. She's sort of a YouTube phenomenon. If you go on YouTube, you can check her out. Her name is Esmée Denters. You know, with the digital world, there's so many artists that never are going to get to see. It's hard to get signed when you're new. It's hard to find a label that you feel is going to develop you as an artist, and that's what I feel like I have to offer to these young people. So.
In June of 2007, it was announced that she would be the opening act for JT at 6 venues during his European tour. To say that Esmee was nervous would be an understatement of the century. It was her first experience ever at live performing, and she had to open the concerts in front of 55,000 people stadiums.
I'm nervous, so wish me luck. My first experience out on the road was the pre-show for Justin. It's like a feeling you can bring that so can't describe it.
Just admit it, I know you want it. Fire over
I think there's so many great things about being an artist and experiencing writing and working with all these big producers and songwriters.
Justin wanted to be more like a mentor or a big brother. He started from such a young age and knows so much about the business that I was like, what better mentor to have?
When I first saw it, I was like, there's no way that voice is coming out of that person.
A then 17-year-old aspiring singer Esmée Denters captured the attention of Justin.
She was incredibly talented, but there was something also incredibly genuine about Esmee.
At first I was very starstruck, but then once you get to know him, he's very real and working with him is great.
And the label executives also had very nice things to say about Esmee. She's a great example of someone who's a people's choice kind of thing. A bunch of different television networks came to us and said, hey, let's make a reality series on her. But there is a shared emotion and spirit that goes on in the creative process, and the idea of opening that up to the public was something we didn't see as a benefit. That was not our instinct.
My sister had this webcam that she didn't use, and so I just started making these videos and I had so much fun, and all of a sudden it started turning into this massive thing.
Hands up, show you what it do, I got my hands up.
Were you nervous when you had to come out singing when I introduced you?
Well, come on, it's Oprah. Who wouldn't be?
So now I'm about to record the vocals. I got my headphones. I'm ready, let's go.
It's so amazing how you have so many faces.
And another fun fact that I just have to mention. So, at that point, another up-and-coming pop sensation, Justin Bieber, happened to be in the same circle as Esmee, and they were pretty much starting their path together at the same time. Now, if you go through Justin's channel, you'll come across an iconic video where he sings a Chris Brown song for Esmee. And what's so crazy about this entire situation is the fact that at the time the video was filmed, Esmée Denters was a more established artist.
And oh, I'm into you, girl, no one else would do. With every kiss and every hug, but I feel numb with you, girl.
Wow, that was awesome. Very talented.
But I mean, they were both discovered on YouTube, so probably their labels wanted to introduce them to each other or whatever.
Guess who that is?
Hey.
It's Justin inside.
Yeah, you wanna?
Hey, Esmee, do you remember me?
I do remember you.
It's crazy. I was staying over there. I remember this little dude
You just come randomly.
is staying at the same hotel, and I hear his beautiful voice on the hallway. Look at you.
Good to see you.
Good as YouTube history right here.
What's up?
How you been, Justin?
I've been great. I've been wonderful. Just hanging out. This is kind of random just to see
I
what are you
know.
doing here.
I'm here for promoting my album.
You are?
Have you
Me
bought
too.
it yet? You should buy it.
I will. I'll go get it.
But it was not until 2009 when the world would realize that Esmée Denters was up to something huge. In April, she confirmed on Dutch radio that her debut album, co-written by JT, would be released in some of the European countries the following month.
Tonight is a chance for her to spread her wings in front of some great tastemakers in the industry in America. That's what we're doing tonight, and it's happening all out there.
Just admit it, I know you want it.
The album was released in January of 2010 in the United Kingdom. It features Timberlake as an executive producer. Speaking of Casanova, Legends, this has to be probably my most favorite song from this album. I don't know, there is definitely something about it. When I listen to it, I feel so euphoric instantly. It's an ultimate heartbreak ballad. Here's the thing, that entire album is about perfection, and that's my honest opinion. We cannot deny that they made such a great album together. The first single of the album was a legendary hit, Outta Here.
Get me out of here.
The single peaked at number 7 in some of the European countries, which once again is pretty great, let's be honest.
Hey, it's Esmee Denters, and we're on the set of my first video, Outta Here, so stick around and check it out. The song's basically about a guy just treating you wrong and you don't feel right and you need to get out of the relationship. This is actually the emotional part in the song where I kind of break it down, and it's a little bit sad, but then after that we get the party scene, so it's all good.
That will be a wrap, and I'll thank everybody very much.
Check this video out. It's Outta Here. I'm Esmee. Thank you for sticking around. Come on, you guys. Esmee!
The second single from the album happened to be Admitted.
It's pretty much about me being chased by a guy. I have my 2 girlfriends right next to me, and then at the end, I rock out with my band.
And the album's third single was Love Dealer, featuring Justin Timberlake.
Cause I could be your dealer. I can be your only friend when you need.
Well, of course it was great. I mean, we've been working in the studio for a while now, and he's really been like a mentor to me, so it was great to have him on my next single, Love Dealer.
Has he? What advice has he given you?
I mean, he's so down to earth and so funny, you know, and of course, amazingly talented. So I'm really happy that I get to learn from such a talent.
What's it like working with Justin?
It's just been wonderful to be able to work with such an icon, and he's been so involved with the record. I've been writing with him, he's been producing.
Great little duo going there. Esmee and Justin Timberlake, massive, huge. I know you've just been on tour with Enrique Iglesias. How was that?
It has been amazing, you know, he's such a great guy, and I've had so much fun. It was the first time for me to be able to sing all of the songs that are going to be on my album.
Who were your inspirations growing up?
From a young age, I loved Janet Jackson, Spice Girls, and Destiny's Child, you know. Mostly a very powerful woman, actually.
But anyways, in 2011, Esmee started working on her second album, announcing on Twitter that it was gonna be entitled Screaming Out Loud. The first single for the album, City Lights, was also announced. She even filmed the music video for that single in London. But here's one thing, that video was not released cause Diamond Records did not plan on making another record with Esmée Denters, and was eventually shut down. And the reason for that is, apparently her debut album didn't do well enough for Timberlake to consider keep developing Esmee's persona, and just like that she was dropped from the label in 2012. Eventually, she went on Facebook to address the situation. Let's read it together. I know you guys probably figured it out by now, but it's true. I'm not signed to Diamond Records anymore, and I haven't been with them for over a year now. Sometimes things just do not work out. In the beginning, I found it really hard to accept, but as I started to take a closer look at my situation and mostly at myself, it was time for me to grow not just as a singer and an artist. It was time to stand on my own feet, and it kind of made me realize, do I really need this big machine behind me? I'm very proud of the success I've had with my first album, but there is so much more to come. But it wasn't meant to be. To say that she was disappointed would be an understatement of the century, and just like that, she pretty much disappeared from the public eye. She stopped being active, I should say. I mean, she would release some of her independent music here and there, but nothing huge. But in 2014, she released her first independent single, If I Could, I Would.
But if I could, I would love you.
Then in 2015, Esmee appeared on The Voice UK, and guess what? She got recognized by the judges. Check it out.
Are you watching the video without liking it again? I caught you red-handed.
I'm Esmee Denters, I'm 26, I'm from Holland, but I now live in London, and I work in a frozen yogurt shop. It's not my dream job, but it helps me support myself and my career. When I was signed, I seemed to have it all. It was just the most incredible experience. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. It's called the music business. It's all about selling stuff as well. I was devastated. I thought that this was going to be my life, and all of a sudden it just seemed to be slipping away from me.
Esmee was very nervous, cause she was the last person to perform on her day of auditions, even though she'd been ready since 7 o'clock in the morning. And let me tell you, it all paid off, since all of the coaches turned for her. She eventually chose to join will.i.am's team.
Look how they shine for you.
Do you?
Yes, I do. Please remind me of your name.
My name is Esmee Denters.
There it is. Esmee.
We had a conversation a while ago. I think it was like 2008.
You even remember the year?
You were one of the first artists that had hundreds of millions of views at the time. You were getting more views than artists that had record deals.
I know you've worked with Justin Timberlake. I didn't know that, obviously, when I turned around, but I recognized your voice. And I was confused, and I was like, it can't be, is it? It just goes to show that you just never know what this industry is going to do. And it can either swallow you up, spit you out, and you're still standing on that stage. And I have to give you props for that. You are so exciting. You deserve to be on this show, and I'm very happy that you got 4 turns.
However, she was eliminated at the knockout stage. But soon after her participation in the show, she broke silence about her experience for the first time since 2012. I think at the moment when I got dropped, I was sort of angry for a long time. People don't really know what it's like unless you go through it. A lot of the time you just see the glamorous things and you see what's popular, but you don't see how much work goes into those things. So I just felt like I was kind of being kept in the dark, she said. Nobody really said anything to me. I was just left to deal with myself. And then when I found out, I moved back in with my mom. Just going to the grocery store for me was hard, cause I didn't want to run into people and have them say, "Oh, Esmee, how you doing?" And I would have to talk about it. Yes, guys, as you can see, Timberlake figured that Esmee doesn't even deserve a heart-to-heart conversation to talk about it. The fact that she was dropped from the label came out of nowhere, and the audacity to not even tell her about it personally is crazy. I mean, obviously, it's his own money that he's spending, so he wants things to do good. But still, there is something so freaking disrespectful in this entire situation. But anyways, legends, the moment you all been waiting for. Here's what Esmee Denters had to say about my initial video. Let's read it together. Hey Vitaly, I really enjoyed watching this analysis of my career. I think being dropped by the label was actually a blessing in disguise. I love music, but I have no ambition to be famous anymore. I'm grateful for all the experiences that I've had, but my intentions have changed over the years. To be a successful artist takes a lot of sacrifice and dedication. I want to live long, healthy and happy life, not one filled with constant pressure, paranoia and loneliness. I don't know how artists do it these days, navigating all these different social media channels, promoting themselves constantly while maintaining a happy sense of self. So don't feel sad for me. So the reason why she's saying that is because my initial video had this entire perspective of, oh my god, I'm so sad for Esmee, poor girl, but it turns out that being dropped was a blessing in disguise. But anyways, I'm still figuring out my place in this world. But I am certain things happen for a reason. Thank you for the love. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed my music. Esmee legend, I still enjoy it to this day, just so you know. I'm beyond happy to hear you're doing great, and I totally get it. The music industry is a very cruel business, and it's very hard to maintain your sanity while constantly beating the fight for the chart numbers and subscribers, views and stuff. So I totally get it, and I'm happy to hear that you are on your journey to find your peace. Cause if you're seeking fame, you're never gonna be happy, and the older I get, the more I realize it myself, cause once you reach the top, it's never gonna be enough for you. Fame is a hell of a drug, and you're constantly gonna be craving for more and more and more and more. Yeah, there is more things that are more important in this life. So thank you, Esmee, for your feedback. I really appreciate it, and I genuinely believe that you're so freaking talented. Remember that numbers do not define you. Oh, and by the way, I'm still so freaking jealous of your accent, in a good way.
No, but for real, how come she has such a great American accent and it's not even her first language?
Okay, legends, I feel like this is it for today's video. I hope you remember that in the end of every video we meet in the comment section down below to discuss the topic, and today is no exception. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, cause I'm trying to reach 70,000 subscribers before New Year, so please, let's do it. Don't forget to like this video, cause you guys are the only thing that keep the show going, truly. And of course, I have my personal channel, Vitaly for the record, so if you wanna see me behind the scenes, definitely check it out. And remember, your ex is effing toxic. The best way to make him bitter is to become successful. Bye, legends!